This edition of PewterPirates.com brought to you by House of Brews Tavern and Grill. More than beer, House of Brews gives you great food and always great fun. And speaking of food and fun, we'd like to thank our co-title sponsor, Sea Dog Brewing Company. Its Clearwater location and its Treasure Island Brewery by the beach boast the exclusive combo of giving its patrons a New England brewery complemented by a golf-inspired menu. Oh, we appreciate you logging on to PewterPirates.com, everybody, and we appreciate our title sponsors, House of Brews and Sea Dog Brewing Company. Great brews, great food, great service. Well, as you see behind me, the practice fields are vacant here at One Buck Place. Hard to believe, but training camp is history. Yeah, sure, the Buccos have 2 preseason games left, but training camp, for all intents and purposes, is over. We have a great menu in this week's show. Let's check it out. Of course, a big storyline in this camp, the JPP effect. Jason Pierre-Paul has made his presence known. We'll hear from the Bucs defensive lineman and his position coach, who's a pretty fiery guy, too. We'll have a great one-on-one with quarterback Ryan Fitzpatrick and his offensive lineman, Demar Dotson, who's making his way back on the practice field and in game action. PewterPirates.com, the training camp edition, coming up next. Welcome back to PewterPirates.com, everybody. I'm your host, Mike Nabors. Well, training camp officially history for the Buccos. A lot of storylines. Of course, the quarterback rotation, the running back position, the secondary, but maybe the biggest storyline, that revamped defensive line. And leading the way, Jason Pierre-Paul. He has definitely brought a new energy to this football team. He practices hard, and we saw it day in and day out. After camp was over, he talked about leading, and not the way you may have imagined.
I'll tell you when I got here, man, that I'm not a vocal leader. I lead by example, by my play of football, and that's what I've been doing. The more and more I do it, the better I get. You know what I mean? Repetition. I just got to grind, man. Just keep going, man. And that's just me, period. It might be a bad day, but at the end of the day, I got to find somebody that pick me up, or just like I find somebody down, pick them up. Because like I said, we all human, man.
Seems like you have a kindred spirit in Jason Pierre-Paul. I mean, you came on board before he did, and I talked to the players, and they just love the way that he practices, and they said it's been contagious on this team.
Yeah, it is contagious, and that just goes. He came in up under some Justin Tuck, OCU Manure, guys that had won a Super Bowl already and knew how to work. So he's been raised the right way since a rookie, and now he's coming in, and it's something new for these guys. He knows how to be a professional. And then you throw in the fact that this game was almost taken away from him. And the one thing he talks about is his passion for the game, laying in the hospital bed, not knowing, am I going to get a chance to play again? So he doesn't take it for granted. A lot of times we'll take stuff for granted. Oh, we make money, we're on the team. But it's something that happens to you that it could be going the blink of the eye that makes you appreciate what you're doing. And his appreciation shows in the way he carries himself and the way he plays.
JPP, been bringing a different type of atmosphere and level to this team that we had last year. I mean, the guy here, even with Tennessee, he's going against LaJuan kid, the left tackle up there at Tennessee, and he's just yelling and screaming and bringing excitement to this team. So
has that been contagious for you guys seeing him play?
It is. No, attitude is contagious.
Yeah.
He's bringing that attitude that we need. So man, this team gonna be special. We're gonna compete. And I think we got a chance to do some good stuff around here.
Boy, Bucs defensive line coach Brenson Buckner, he fires you up, that's for sure. Well, let's move to the offensive side of the football, where there seems to be no doubt Ryan Fitzpatrick is going to be the quarterback when the Bucs open in New Orleans in that season opener. It looked like maybe before training camp Ryan Griffin would push him, but Dirk Cutter has let it be known that Fitzpatrick will be that guy while Jameis Winston is serving his 3-game suspension. Recently, I had a chance to catch up with the man they call Fitz about a number of topics. All right, Ryan Fitzpatrick, let's talk about this third preseason game. I know for you should see more snaps. So what do you want to get out of this?
I think first off, you always want everybody to come out healthy, just with the preseason and stuff. But just crisp in and out of the huddle, crisp with our plays, get some points on the board and get out of there and get ready for New Orleans.
You've been around this team for the second season now. Do you see a difference in this team, this training camp, compared to last year maybe?
Well, I think we have good energy right now. Just me being in the offense for another year, there's more comfort for me, and I think you can see it with some of the other guys as well. But it's been a good camp, and hopefully we can carry this over the season.
You've been around this league a long time. Are you amazed the overreaction in preseason from one performance to another? I know social media plays a part in it, but it seems like week to week, people get pretty high and low for games that don't count.
Yeah, it happens every year, So, yeah, if that was if we paid too much attention to that, I don't know how many of us would still be in the league. But I'm excited that the season couldn't get here fast enough.
The reps between you and Jameis and Ryan with his suspension, how has that affected training camp more so than what it would be usually?
Well, I've gotten more reps with the ones. I usually wouldn't really get many reps with the ones, so we've worked it out to where we're kind of both getting to throw to some of those guys. And as the season nears here, I'll probably ramp up my reps a little bit. But it's been nice to be able to get in the huddle with those guys and build a rapport.
And final question, all the weapons that you have, it seems like there's more of a comfort level this camp than last camp. Obviously, another year under your belt, but you have to be excited about all you have to work with.
Yeah, we've got great talent, but there's a lot of different things that go into being a good football team. So I think just being in it for another year, like I said, Deshaun being in it for another year, Chris Godwin being in it for another year, and everybody getting more comfortable with it, hopefully we can see a big jump this year.
Oh, the grizzled veteran in more ways than one, Ryan Fitzpatrick, seems to have that calming influence when you're around him, which should serve this football team well without Jameis Winston the first 3 weeks. Exclusive interviews like that are just part of what we give you on PewterPirates.com. Check out the coverage during training camp. Yeah, we have our one-on-one interviews. We've had a rookie diary with MJ Stewart, of course, picked up in the second round. Actually, his fellow second-round cornerback Carlton Davis filled in for him this past segment. And our newest segment, Got a Minute. We ask Buccaneers as many questions as we can in 1 minute. And I'll tell you, Camp Rate did good, but we have a new winner we'll debut very soon. But on deck, another one-on-one with offensive lineman Demar Dotson getting back from his injury and feeling better and better on the practice field. That's next. There are a lot of neighborhood bars, but there is only one.
House of Brews!
It's now better than ever, freshly remodeled with the new U-shaped bar, where it's clear everybody's having fun at the
House of Brews!
Armed with a full liquor and wine selection, House of Brews houses a large selection of brews. But come on, this place is more than brews. The food takes it to a whole different level. A fresh daily scratch menu serves up a wide variety of favorites, leaving customers always satisfied at the
House of Brews.
Not your average neighborhood bar. Oh, it's so much more. Welcome back to the training camp version of PewterPirates.com. You know, the biggest key in training camp for any football team is to stay healthy. And boy, did the Buccos dodge a big bullet in this camp as their left tackle, Donovan Smith, looked to have a serious knee injury, but now it's diagnosed as a knee sprain. He should be ready for the Saints in the season opener. The other good news is their other tackle, Demar Dotson, he's finding his way back, actually playing in the Bucs' second preseason game against the Tennessee Titans. Recently, I had a chance to go one-on-one with maybe the biggest guy on the football team. I'm happy to be joined by a very big man, Demar Dotson, who's making me look very small right here. But let's talk about your return to this Bucs team. I know it's been a somewhat long road back this offseason. How nice was it to get back on the field?
Man, it was always. This number 10 for me. This is my 10th season, and it's been a decade in. So I was chopping at the bit to get back, and I knew it was gonna come. It was a long off season, and just going through a lot because not knowing that. How this knee gonna hold up. I went through a lot, had my surgery and rehab, and some days it didn't look like it was gonna hold up, and just stay the course. But they gave me time. I think that was the big thing about it. When Tampa gave me time, they worked with me. They said however long it takes, we're gonna work you back in slow. So that was a blessing in disguise right there. So it was good to be out there with the guys. I only had 10 reps, but they felt good. It looked good, so now I get 10 or 15 more next weekend.
How would you rate your performance out there? I know it wasn't a lot, but it was good to get back out there. How would you rate, kind of moving around, being back out there again?
I'm kind of always critical of myself. I think that's what helps me be a better player in this league. There's a lot of things I could have got better at, but it was the first time I've been out there in almost a year since last November. But there's a lot of things I need to work on. Keep getting better at. But the only thing I was worried about anything just how I move and that was my biggest concern because everything else gonna come. Play this game long enough and the physicality and using my hands, all that's gonna come. I just want to make sure I move good and can transition. So as long as I can do that, I'll be okay.
How's the body now? A couple days after the game and this week.
You know, I mean, I'm almost 33 years old, man. So, I don't know if you ever feel good, at this point. But you just maintain. That's the biggest thing. Finding a way to maintain, and that's what I've been doing. Throughout this training camp and going forward, just find a way to maintain, taking care of your body. Getting sleep, doing my chiropractic, massage, and all the stuff that I do to try to keep me on this field. So, that's the biggest thing for me. Just doing what it takes to maintain. The pain and the issues and the struggles. You learn to deal with that and play through it.
I know it's a small sample size, but this offensive line, some changes. Obviously, Ali Marpet's a new position. You're back. You've been injured, and you have Ryan Jensen at center. How good can this offensive line be?
We're going to be as good as we allow ourselves to be. We got, Ali, who's a tremendous player. He's going to be a good player in this league. You got Donovan over there that's continuing to get better. That should be a good player in this league a long time. A good free agent transition, acquisition, and Ryan. That brings a physicality to this offensive line that we need, and a new guy at right guard with Kayla and Cap over there competing for it. Whoever take it, it's going to be a new thing because neither one of them really never played right guard in their life. So it's a new position for both of them. But those guys over there competing, man, and Caleb's just said today, man, he said, man, I'm starting to get used to this right guard thing. So we the one thing that what we gonna do, and you can guarantee it, we gonna play physical. We're going to play hard.
All right, let me check out this shot. I didn't cut your head off, okay? I could be a little bit taller, but I think it went pretty well. What do you think?
I think it was good.
Okay. Yeah, I made Demar Dotson look like he was 7'5". Big man, but a gentle giant. We appreciate his time. Well, we're going to wrap up the latest training camp edition of PewterPirates.com right after this. Now, you want a drinking and dining experience like no other in Tampa Bay? Well, Sea Dog Brewing Company is the place for you. Its Treasure Island location gives its patrons a beautiful waterfront view with 6 brand new boat slips and more to come. This Sea Dog location has a great selection with local brews all made in Clearwater, and the specials. You have daily happy hour Monday through Friday from 2 to 6. Mug Club Monday features $6 mules. Taco Tuesdays are always popular, but don't pass up the $9.99 fish fry Thursdays. And on the weekends, enjoy a Sea Dog Brewery Sunday brunch by the beach. So check out Sea Dog Brewery at Treasure Island, 9610 Gulf Boulevard, Treasure Island, Florida, 727-954-7805. Well, that wraps up this week's show. We appreciate Ryan Fitzpatrick and Demar Dotson stopping by, as well as showcasing the JPP effect, really the major storyline when you look back at this training camp. Jason Pierre-Paul's impact not only on the defensive line, but the offensive line as well. For more takes on the Bucs, log on to our website and check out our podcast, A Few Extra Bucs, with myself and Roy Cummings. Until next time, we'd like to thank our sponsors, House of Brews and Sea Dog Brewing Company. We'll see you down the road.